Welcome YouTubers, Major Sushi Rollz here, bringing you guys a StarCraft 2 replay. I will be one of the players in it. A friend of mine requested some Terran versus Zerg action. Hopefully this game will appease his hunger for that. Now this is going to be a 4 versus 4 game, so there will be lots of other races, Protoss, everyone's going to be mixed together. Now I'm hoping that there's lots of Terran and Zerg action for you. Here I am, the red Zerg player, in the top left. Here's the blue, or actually that's teal, Protoss player on my team. More Havoc here under purple, he will be Terran. And a blue Zerg player, his name is Borg. Pretty sweet name. Hopefully you don't suck, because you're on my team. Here is Mastakilla, he is a green Protoss, and Zahab, the yellow Zerg, and the last Dawn, can't really tell, I think that might be orange, looks like orange, he's a Protoss, and a pink Protoss as well. Here comes a probe into my base. Looks like he was going to try and scout out, but decided not to. Or maybe that's a probe scout on my team, I can't exactly tell. It looks like it might have been my team. So here the Protoss player in my base is putting down his first pylon. I'm just about putting down my spawning pool and getting ready to start building up. Let's look at what everyone else is doing. Looks like the Zerg player and the other team did put down an early pool as well. So maybe some 10 pool, 6 pool, some early harass with some Zerglings. Probably got a chrono boost on the pink Protoss up there. Always a good idea to count the chrono boosts on a Protoss player. Here we are having some technical difficulties with the replay. Looks like someone called me on the phone. Alright. And we're back. Sorry about that. First gas down. Spawning pool on its way, just about to be done. Looks like yellow's pool will be done before mine. The Protoss player in my base has put down his gate and forge, along with the other bases. The green Protoss player putting down his forge, trying to get that D up. I think he does know that we have a Zerg player, so he's probably anticipating some early Zergling harass. I've got these 2 spawning drones going to my gas. So once they get going, we'll get some gas, and I believe my plan when this game started was to Baneling as a beginning, and then transfer on over to Hydras or Mutalisks or some sort of air. Here we are going to try and kill that yellow drone scouting out our base. I don't like him here. He's trying to see what I'm doing, and I'd rather him not. Looks like he might have seen my gas. I don't know, let's maybe. Yeah, looks like he probably saw my gas. Let's find out. Did you see my gas? Ooh, you did not see my gas, so you probably think I'm doing what you're doing. I'm just Zerglinging it up, get that big pack of Zerglings, get that Speedling upgrade, and just run on into someone's base real early. Get a lot of worker kills. Man, that is some sloppy building with the Protoss player on my team. That's kind of shoddy. Having a pylon up in the front, like having a pylon not behind a whole bunch of beefy buildings is kind of stupid. I would have rather him switch that cannon with that pylon, but being my creep has spread, he's probably just doing what he can. I get mad at Zerg players when I'm playing Protoss and their creep spreads too much, so hey. Looks like we got a micro hatch for yellow very early. Kind of not the smartest move in my opinion. If you're going to be building a hatch this early, don't build a micro hatch, build an expansion. Durr. I mean, come on. Everyone knows the Zerg race is very fast to expand, being that their expansion's 100 less minerals, and I mean, if you're not expanding early as a Zerg, then you might want to go watch some videos about pros and find out how they do it, because they expand early. Like I have in the natural expansions that we have in the little middle area of our bases. Right now we're just droning up, trying to get those upgrades out, and here we've got a push by Purple coming in with some Marines, tearing up these Zerglings, but he's going to pull back. Those photon cannons can be very deadly, but they have one pylon supporting that one. Looks like he's definitely going to take that out, no problem. That push will probably get pushed back just by the enemies, but still he's doing a good amount of damage, just harassing early game, keeping them on their toes, giving the rest of his teammates time to tech up and get what they want, pushing in with some zealots and taking out that push. Like I expected, the enemies will have no problems taking out those Marines, but they do keep them busy, give them some eco damage, and that one Zergling, look at him go. He must have snuck on in there. He's got lots of kills, and the probes just take him out, but he got like 5 or 6 worker kills. Very worth the money to lose that one tiny Zergling. Very effective. Green having lots of trouble here getting pushed on early. Losing that pylon and a cannon, he's going to be set back. Pink with a huge mass of zealots. Looks like the team expected to rush, but because of the early pushes, they didn't really get to do any aggression towards us. My Nidus worm hatchery thing, whatever you call it, the Nidus den, maybe, has finally dropped, and I planned on maybe getting on into someone's main, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's always a risky business, so everyone's getting their evolution chambers and getting their upgrades. Yellow with that early micro hatch, trying to really saturate his gas early, but I mean, I don't think it's really going to make that big a difference. He doesn't have an expansion yet, and I do. I'm about to get my third. My economy is great, and yours is not. Yellow Zerglings coming in, scouting out that expansion, probably thinking that he might want to expand soon. Running into some of Blue's Zerglings, taking them out quite easily. Sort of a loss there for Blue, but he'll be okay. He took out lots of Green's stuff, so kind of a trade-off there. He lost some Zerglings, but Green got pushed on and got set back, so just kind of trading off here, guys. Yellow doing a little bit of scouting with that Zergling, trying to check it out, see what we got going on expansion-wise. I go ahead and cancel that. I'm not too sure if he has a lot of Zerglings around the corner or not, so figured be safe and wait for a more opportune moment to let that expansion grow and do its thing. Triple evolution chamber by Yellow. Looks like he is definitely going to be doing a big mass of Zerglings or Roaches or Banelings, something along the tier 1, very cheap but easy to flood someone's base with. Still not very much army-wise from me, still just expanding, droning up, and getting the economy up and going, just getting the first couple bit of my Hydras out, putting them right into the Nidus. I'm going to drop them off somewhere. Yep, there are the Hydras, just spawned. Get in that worm. Looks like we have a push coming out. Pink with a whole bunch of stalkers trying to see what we're doing, maybe take out an expansion, just a little bit of harass. He gets pushed on back by Yellow and, I'm sorry, not Yellow, Purple and Blue. Looks like they have a nice little force just hanging out, waiting for just that exact instance of someone trying to come out and taking out those expansions. So they push that back, no problem. Lots of Marauders, so No way those stalkers are gonna commit to that. Almost 2 pages worth of hydras, and I think it's almost about time to drop a Nidus worm on someone and get some harass going. Green and pink and yellow all pulling in here, trying to take out those Zerglings Blue has. He's been spreading that creep like crazy. They're going to try and shut down this expansion, which they will. He cancels it just in time. Purple with a pretty big mass of Marines here. They're going to take out those Zerglings. They're just going to run away. No fun. Goodness, a huge stalker mass, just pink and green, just trying to group up and overwhelm us with stalkers, but I think we know better. I have started a Nidus worm in Orange's expansion. He cancels it just in time, but I'm going to take these pylons out. 300 minerals down the drain. I spent like, I can't remember how much a Nidus worm is, but yeah. It's very worth it. Can pull them right on out of there. Pink stalkers can't even touch me. Purple asking if anyone needs gas, and I believe I said give it on to me because I like gas. Not really. Yellow taking out my Nidus here with those Zerglings. I'm not too upset, just lost a little bit of money and whatever. They are going to scout out this Overlord. I'm trying to Nidus them no matter what, trying to get something. And while I'm doing this, looks like blue is pushing up a little bit with some infestors and Zerglings, and I have a huge mass of hydras at this point, getting 2/2 upgrades and just keep on massing. Purple's got a big mass of Marines here, and Blue's got those burrowed Zerglings. I think they're going to try and harass them and maybe try and get them to commit on into this battle, seeing that they can do a lot of damage. Zerglings running on in, giving them the meat shield, and Marines are just going to tear this up. This big group of Marines is just going to do so much damage. Everyone's going to melt those Stalkers, those Zerglings, everything, those Gauss rifles, just tearing everyone up. Some great fungals by Blue, getting those Stalkers down, and Purple barely losing any Marines. He's just going to push on into this base, get that high ground, that advantage over the Stalkers, and hope to keep them out and destroy this base, which he very well may do. He's pushing. Some great micro going on here. He's just keeping them all in one big group, focus firing. Nice fungal. Didn't take out too many, just took him down to half health, but here on this high ground, he's just going to tear up all those Zealots. They have no chance. He's going to lose a bunch, but Purple will just tear up these Stalkers. He's just taking them out one by one. And the Marines will fall, but these Stalkers heavily depleted. Definitely not the force they were, and we just waltz on into here with a whole lot of Zealots with charge and my big old mass of Hydras. They've certainly lost the game at this point. There's no coming back. Gonna focus down that Nexus and take that out. Get any of those probes trying to get out of here and move on to those gateways. It looks like Pink's going to pull me off of that, and I'm going to have to kill him. Pulling towards the ramp. He's just trying to get a couple of my Hydras while he can, try and focus a couple of them down, but I managed to get a bunch of his Stalkers, so kind of a trade-off there. Got some damage on me, got some damage on him. I'm going to push on to their natural expansions and take out as many as I can. Looks like I'm going to take out Yellow's expansion first. Probably move on to green. Gotta push those Stalkers back though, seeing that they want to kill us. Green just surrendering. He's realized there's no chance they're gonna win this game. Might as well move on. Me and Pink just going at it. He's just really doesn't want me to kill in peace. He's just taking all sorts of aggression out on me, but it's not really going to do very good. Hydras with 2-1 upgrades and the range, they will definitely take any Stalker army they can. Yellow's gone ahead and quit too, so the game will be over in just a moment. Lots of big gameplay by Purple and myself mainly, but everyone obviously on my team did a great job. Everyone working really well together. Purple just massing up those Marines was a great call, doing an early push and then a follow-up push, just really doing great stuff with the Terran race there, buddy. Tearing it up. And that is it. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you feel the need, subscribe and like and comment. If there's anything you'd like to see, any builds, any gameplays, anything, just let me know. Questions. Seriously, anything. Thanks a bunch, guys. Major Sushi, out.